The cosmic energies which the mother is receiving, it just passes to the baby, because now the baby is not separate from the mother. What all the mother is undergoing, her emotions, her thoughts, what the nutrition she is taking, what the energy she is receiving, everything, they resonate on the baby which is in her womb.
Most of us parents are so caught up in which school, what education, what jewelry to buy, whom to get the child married to, what land am I giving this child. But the core spiritual inheritance that we are talking about, the samskara, I think what you just spoke about is absolutely profound.
The inheritance which is eternal, not the worldly inheritance. When I say spiritual samskars, the youth who are listening to me, now they don't need to get panicked and just think that, no, this is not my cup of tea. No, the samskar which I would like to tell each of the youth to follow is just simple practice of Sushumna Kriya Yoga for 21 minutes a day. Our Guru aathmanandamayi Mataji Garu, she always says that the worst pollutant,
Thought pollution.
yes, it is thought pollution, not any other pollution. It is the thought pollution which is harming this planet more than any others.
The Garbha Upanishad says that in the 7th month of pregnancy, the soul becomes aware of its previous births and prays for liberation. What happens to this divine awareness when the baby is born, and can parents do anything to preserve that purity of consciousness?
Yeah, definitely when the soul is shaping this physical body with the 5 elements, it is aware of its previous births, because it is connected, because it is the conscious only, it's not different. Soul is a part of the superconscious, one and all of the superconscious. So it's aware of everything. But as the physical body has enveloped the soul, the 5 elements have enveloped the soul and the body, the sthula sarira has formed, then it's called sthula itself. It's so thick.
Yeah. It has a gross body.
It's a gross body. So consciousness, the awareness, it cannot penetrate, and it loses touch with its own self.
Oh.
Okay. But as you have asked me, definitely the parents, they can help their child to retain its connection with its oneself, with its own self. That is the superconscious awareness. And so for that, firstly, when the baby is in the womb, these parents have to practice the Kriya Yoga practice. Because Kriya Yoga, like our Sushumna Kriya Yoga, these are the practices which actually re-establish
The connection
with our own self,
with the inner divine.
The divine awareness or the higher consciousness. So these are the practices. So the parents, when they keep practicing Sushumna Kriya Yoga, when they're pregnant with their child, then this child actually, it receives the same cosmic energies which are flowing in the mother.
Wow.
So actually, before conception, the role of father and mother is same.
Okay.
But after conception, the majority of the responsibility now shifts on the mother. Because the soul has entered, it is growing, and it is in direct connection with the mother.
Correct.
So when the mother practices Sushumna Kriya Yoga, the cosmic energies which the mother is receiving, it just passes to the baby, because now the baby is not separate from the mother. It's one of a larger cell connected to the mother, if we need to understand in that way.
Absolutely.
So it's like mother has so many organs. Every organ has quite a multiple of cells which form one organ. So this is also something like that which is connected to the mother. So each one of us have to be aware of this. What all the mother is undergoing, her emotions, her thoughts, what the nutrition she is taking, what the energy she is receiving, everything, they resonate on the baby which is in her womb.
Correct.
So mother has to be very mindful. She should be greatly aware of this point. And every second of her life, what she is leading during pregnancy, she should lead with mindfulness, with awareness that she is reflecting all this on her baby. And it is not just reflecting, the baby absorbs all of it, and the baby just becomes a replica of it.
Absolutely.
So once the cosmic energies are transferred to the baby, so the benefits which each Sushumna Kriya Yogi individually is benefiting, baby which is growing in the womb will also be enjoying those benefits from the energies.
Wow.
And this is a double-fold benefit. Once, the direct energies. Secondly, what the benefits which the mother is benefiting from the practice. Like she is able to control her emotions, she is able to process her thoughts in a positive way, and she is increasing her energy levels. That is, these energy levels are the cosmic energy levels, which are the frequency which her body is vibrating. So that is the aura. Nowadays, what they try to measure the aura is the amount of cosmic energy which is flowing in her energy body and her physical body.
Correct.
Also. So she is vibrating with certain amount of cosmic energies. The aura is increasing, because of which she is reaping all the benefits. All the benefits, I would say, on the emotional front, on her psychological front, on her physical front. And these three together are the one which gives her the social health.
Yes. Her sleep is better.
Yeah.
She's able to stay calm.
Yes.
She's happy. She's able to have better relationships when she's able to do all of this.
That's what. And better relations is nothing but social health.
Yes.
How we maintain relations is social health. So she's enjoying all this. Along with that, she's also unlocking her potential. Each one of us has got a great potential in us. See, that is the reason, though we are classified into animal kingdom, humans stand far apart from rest of the animals.
Far superior. Because
Yes, far superior. But what is that which is making us superior?
Ability to perceive.
Yeah, but how? What is the driving force? We have got a potential in us, each one of us, a higher potential. We have to unlock it.
Yeah. To channel it in one direction and unlock it.
How can this potential be unlocked? This can be unlocked only with cosmic energies. It is the amount of cosmic energies which help us to unlock the potentials and use them in whichever field we want. So these are all the benefits mother is having. And the same benefits, because I said the baby resonates with the mother. So if the mother enjoying a positive emotional health, and if her mental status is strong, and if her thought process is positive, now the same thing is reflecting on the baby. Baby is absorbing all that. So it's a double-fold benefit to the baby.
Yes.
So this is how parents can help their baby, which is being formed, the soul, which is developing in their womb, to maintain the connect continuously.
Yeah.
And after birth, again, the parents, they should make sure that until 3 or 5 years of age, the parents have to practice this Kriya Yoga in the vicinity of the baby, so that the baby is in the vicinity of the cosmic energy field of the parents.
Wow. And taking the benefit directly.
And from 3rd year or 5th year, they can slowly start the practices. Like initially, they can just ask their children to chant Om.
Yeah.
Then once they are able to hold the hand, because Sushumna Kriya Yoga has a particular mudra in which it has to be practiced. So if the child is ready to hold the hands in the mudra, they have to introduce the mudra to the baby. And slowly, the parents, they have to pass on this tradition of, or the lifestyle, I'll put it as a lifestyle of Sushumna Kriya Yoga practice to their children. And then the child will be in continuous connect with the higher awareness.
I think this is a spiritual inheritance, no? Something far more superior than any material inheritance that a child will receive from the ancestors. Because if we are able to shape the womb and a baby's samskara right from day one, then it's almost like it's always in touch with the divine source. It will not get caught up in the push and pull of the world, not get lost in deep emotions. It will always be centered, and it will know how to work in the world efficiently. Because most of us parents are so caught up in which school, what education, what jewelry to buy, whom to get the child married to, or what land am I giving this child. But the core spiritual inheritance that we are talking about, the samskara, I think what you just spoke about is absolutely profound. And this is so important, because especially we are living in a world where the youth is so drawn to gaming or addictions or just watching and consuming content, because there's content available everywhere. When I was growing up, yes, there was TV, but the TV hours were fixed. The channel, what was What programs were getting played were not in my hands. So if I liked something, I would watch it. Otherwise, I would go out and play. But today, my child has access to everything, whatever he wants to watch. It's almost like he's the creator on YouTube. So, having this kind of power, unchecked power, what can it do to the human psyche? It's very dangerous if we don't have an anchor that can bring us back to our divine consciousness and make us understand no, silence is prayer. Being connected to ourselves is very important. That's when we can connect to the other human being. Understanding our own dukkham and suffering and our own nature is important. Only then we can understand our parents or our partner or children. This becomes absolutely necessary and in today's day and age. Ma'am, while much of Garbha Sanskar focuses on the mother, the Upanishads also mention the father's sattvic preparation. What role does a father's spiritual and emotional state play in the development of the unborn child? And this is something that I've also heard, ma'am, that apparently the soul spends a lot of time checking the energies of the father and the compatibility much before it even spends time or enters the mother's womb. I would like you to comment on this.
Yeah, definitely. See, this is what is preparedness. So, as I've already said, the role of father, it's all in the preparedness. So, yes, fathers also, they should start bringing about a positive expression of their genes. For that, yes, each father, they have to be aware of the life which they are going to produce, rear. And actually, it is that what they are gifting to the society.
Correct.
And the society is nothing but the planet. Since we are staying here, and we all try to own a small part of this planet. Now, when we have that inclination of owning, then the other side of the coin also comes out like a responsibility of us. So each one of us have a responsibility towards our planet. Because ultimately, if we don't take up the responsibility, then what is that which we are giving to the next generation? That is our children. Next generation is none other than our children. We are planning, as you have said, each parent, they plan so much of the materialistic things. Right from even before they get married also, nowadays, the youth, they have a very long-term planning when it comes to materialistic things. But the basic thing which we need to understand is, apart from this, yes, definitely we need this because we are social beings. We need to lead a normal life. The materialistic successes are also very, very important. Along with this, it's not just this inheritance. There are two other inheritance which we give to her, is a clean and green planet. We need to give that planet also, and the inheritance which is eternal, not the worldly inheritance. The worldly inheritance is only until we stay here, but all of us know that this stay is not permanent.
Yes.
So we move from here.
It's finite.
So what is that which stays with us infinitely, eternally? Yes, that also we can give as an inheritance. So that is the spiritual inheritance which we can give, the samskar, the spiritual samskars which we give. But when I say spiritual samskars, the youth who are listening to me, now they don't need to get panicked and just think that, no, this is not my cup of tea. No, the samskar which I would like to tell each of the youth to follow is just simple practice of Sushumna Kriya Yoga for 21 minutes a day. I think most of us have got at least 21 minutes a day. Like you see so many in the Netflix and all, there's so many which you're following. Just one episode drop in a single day.
Yeah.
Not the whole drama. You don't need to drop all the episodes. If you're watching 5 or 6 episodes every day, so make it a routine. One day you drop one episode, other day the other another one. Then easily you can follow the whole drama or the whole whatever you want to watch. You can watch it without losing the content also, because you're only dropping it for one day. And that time you utilize for your Sushumna Kriya Yoga practice. That changes you, and that is how you are actually giving the inheritance both to your children as well as the planet. You're responsible to the planet, because what happens when we practice Sushumna Kriya Yoga, the positive energies, that is the cosmic energies which we receive, they bring about a change in our thought process.
Absolutely.
As you have already gone through and you have experienced it. So you are the first hand want to acknowledge how this Sushumna Kriya Yoga helps us.
Absolutely.
So when the thought process changes, the energy of the planet, it becomes more positive. Because our Guruma Aathmanandamayi Mataji Garu, she always says that the one which is the worst pollutant,
Thought pollution.
yes, it is thought pollution, not any other pollution. It is the thought pollution which is harming this planet more than any others. So the 21-minute practice of the Sushumna Kriya Yoga, it's not just not an inheritance. No, your environment where you're staying, you're improving or you're energizing your own planet.
Present day benefit.
Yeah, like you're trying to make your living, like the home where you're living, you try to increase its aesthetics, its look and all to give you a pleasant experience. Now, this is a small unit, but the planet is a bigger unit. When we take the planet as a home, your home is your bedroom.
Yeah.
Or your room.
Yeah.
Like that, each one has got a room.
Yeah.
In that bigger room, which we can consider as a planet, in the bigger house of a planet. So this is how you can really decorate, increase the aesthetics, increase the energy, your thought through your thought.
Through well-being, mutual well-being.
Mutual well-being.
Yes, not wishing harm for
and
others.
That is through regular practice of Sushumna Kriya Yoga. So the fathers, now they have to start practicing Sushumna Kriya Yoga along with introspection. Only when we introspect, that is when we try to look back of what we have done in 24 hours. So only when we make a checkpoint, then we come to know what was wanted or what was unwanted. Once we come to know that this is something unwanted, we definitely don't repeat it the next day.
Absolutely.
So we try to improve ourselves.
Yes.
So that is how we improve. And the thoughts also. See, whatever we get to know or we realize that it is not a positive thought, then we drop it the next time. We become aware. At least what happens here is, first thing what starts is we become aware of our thoughts.
Yes.
And when the same thought is trying to pop up the next time, because of our awareness, now we try not to get the thought out.
Yeah.
This is how the fathers, they can improve themselves, bring about a positive expression of their genes. And this simple thought process and regular practice of Sushumna Kriya Yoga, now it acts on their emotional health or the emotional quotient. So the energies, the cosmic energies, now they help them to be more relaxed. They make them to be stress-free, more relaxed, more calm. Once we are calm,
it has a physical benefit.
Yeah, our emotions, it's very simple. Each one of us have already experienced it. It's not a rocket science to understand. In situations where you're calm and composed, how do you express yourself? And when you're stressed, when you're agitated, or when you're anxious, the same words what you're talking, or the same emotion what you're giving, how does it express?
Absolutely. When I'm happy, there's an expansion. I can accommodate more people. I can do more work. I'm more confident. And when I'm succumbed to fear, I almost shrink. And so there's irritability, anger. I want to push people away. I don't know. It's just chaos everywhere.
Exactly. So this, every one of us experience. But then how to keep ourselves calm? We need something, some driving force we need, some special extra.
Some tool.
Something. And that is the regular practice of Sushumna Kriya Yoga. Now, so the fathers, because as I've said here, the role of fathers is in the preparedness. Yes, later on also it's a minor role, not a direct role, but how their emotions, how their psychological state will affect the environment of the family.
And also the cell directly, ma'am, because one cell comes from the father.
Yeah, that is in the preparedness.
Yes.
In the preparedness, it is the father's contribution is 50%. Like we inherit both father and mother, both genes together only, new life starts. Father has a role in the preparedness, major role in the preparedness, where he has to change his genes to a positive expression. So he needs to mind himself. He needs to practice Sushumna Kriya Yoga regularly. He needs to introspect regularly. And then he needs to chant Om chant, the Vedic chant, just Om chant. It's only 7 minutes in the morning and 7 minutes in the evening. But this, what we recommend is to chant this Om facing the rising sun or the setting sun. So in the morning hours, they have to face the rising sun, and in the evening hours they have to face the setting sun. Yes, because again there is a science in this, because the early hours of sun rays, that is between 1.5 hours or at the most 2 hours after sunrise, this sun rays are called the yogic rays. because the sun rays are rich in cosmic energies.
2 hours after sunrise.
After sunrise in the morning. So just by facing the sun or by spending some time in the sun, the body absorbs sun rays. So what is happening? Along with the sun rays, the yogic rays, the yogic energies are also being absorbed by the body.
Wow. I'm so drawn to the morning sun after 6:30. For some reason, it's almost like a habit for me to soak in at least 10 to 12 minutes of his energy.
Yes. Now, what the modern science is saying is, now this hour of sun time is very rich in vitamin D. Actually, the whole sun rays throughout, they are rich in vitamin D. But what happens is, after, let's say, around 8 o'clock, or as the intensity of the sun rays increases, then the ultraviolet radiation also increases. So when you're exposed in that time, yes, definitely your body may be absorbing vitamin D, but along with it, it is absorbing the ultraviolet radiation,
Harmful radiation.
which is harmful to us, not needed. But when you spend time or when you try to absorb the sun rays in the morning hours, you are absorbing the yogic energies along with vitamin D. And the same applies to 1.5 hours before sunset. It is the same quality in the sun rays. So that is the reason we ask everyone who are interested or in this as a part of Sushumna Garbha Sanskar. Now we advise them to chant Om for 7 minutes morning. Facing the rising sun before 7 a.m. because every day it's not possible for us to see the sunrise and sunset, calculate the time and all. So roughly before 7 a.m., you can just sit facing the rising sun and start chanting Om. Place your hands in Yoga Mudra and start chanting Om for 7 minutes. Same thing you can repeat in the evening. So wherever you are, you can do it. Even when you are in your offices. See, all of us, even in the offices also, we have got the facility. You can just walk out.
The terrace,
from the building.
walk out.
You can just walk out from the building into the lawns or into the garden, whatever small space is available. Nowadays, most of the offices are also, they are also like the green spaces. No? So you just take a time, 7 minutes.
Yes.
Only 7 minutes, not more than that. And you can complete this. So regular practice of Sushumna Kriya Yoga, introspection, Om chant. Yes. Now, to make this secular or to make this universal, you don't need to chant Om in the full form. No? Those who don't believe in the power of Om, there's no problem. What you have to chant is just the Makara. Just Makara. Like slowly breathe in air and as you're exhaling, start chanting Ma. So it is like this.
As I'm listening, it's soothing my nervous system also.
Just the Makara. You don't need to be the prefix Om. But if you add the prefix Om, it's more convenient. It looks more comfortable. So this is how you can practice this chant, morning 7 minutes and evening 7 minutes. Then the next thing is food habits. Now you need to redirect your lifestyle towards healthy food habits and healthy living. So all of us, when we say addictions, this was what Amagaru has told me. The moment we hear the term addiction, what strikes us is maybe alcohol, maybe tobacco, or nowadays junk food. But laziness is also an addiction.
Very interesting.
So, like physically to be inactive is an addiction. So we need to change that. We need to be more physically also. We need to be active. And for this, in this program of Sushumna Garbha Sanskar, what we advise is even in the preparatory stage, that is Amrit Garbha. We are now talking, actually, if I have to tell you this, we are now discussing about the Amrit Garbha because the role of father is only in the Amrit Garbha stage, before conception, the preparedness stage.
So Amrit Garbha is stage 1.
Stage 1 is Amrit Garbha. So there, the exercise, what we ask them or we advise in this program is just brisk walk for half an hour.
The father.
These 4 are common to both the couple.
Parents.
Yeah, for both of them. The preparedness stage is same, whether it is father or mother. But since we are discussing about father in general, now I'm just talking about the father, just 30 minutes of brisk walk. And it's good if he can walk before 7 a.m. So just try to come out before 6 a.m., finish your walk, sit, finish your Om chant, and come in. All this takes 37 minutes. If not in the morning, then in the evening. By 5 o'clock, try to make some walk of 15 minutes. Suppose you are in your office, it's your working time. 6 p.m. is your working time. So 5 o'clock, just come out. You have a small breaks in between, tea breaks and lunch breaks, all that they do allow, no? Even in the employment sector also. So just try to come out, keep strolling in the grass or anywhere. See that some sun rays sweep into your body. Walk for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Then sit, finish your 7-minute chants, and then come back to work. And I'll tell you, the productivity also, it increases many-fold after this exercise. So this is what they have to do. And then keep yourself away from junk food. Just junk food. For Sushumna Garbha Sanskar program, or even for those who are practicing Sushumna Kriya Yoga, our gurus and our Guruma Puja aathmanandamayi Mataji Garu never forcibly, we don't have any restricted food habits.
Correct.
We are free to eat, but whatever our body accepts. So again, here you should be mindful and you should be aware of what food actually your body can take it easily, digest it easily.
What nourishes the body.
Yeah, it is individual. So maybe for me, I have a very sensitive digestive system, then millets may not be suitable to me. But there are other foods where if I need to increase my fiber content, now I can go to other foods, like I can have kira, I can have turya, that the snake gourd, all this where there is a fiber in it. I can go with it.
So understanding our own body and choosing the food.
Exactly. So it all depends on that. But always keep away from junk food. Eat healthy. And you can eat anything. There are so many healthy foods. And make it interesting also. Healthy foods doesn't mean they're tasteless or they're boring. No, healthy foods are very interesting and they're very tasty also. So try to make foods which actually stimulate your taste buds.
Taste buds, yes. All the 5 senses.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can make certain foods, but stick to healthy foods. And definitely be away from alcohol. It's very strict. You have to keep yourself away from alcohol, from tobacco, and from junk foods.
So when we say healthy foods, ma'am, anything that is prepared fresh at home, that looks nourishing to the eyes and also that is tasty to the tongue, and stay away from any processed or packaged foods like maybe chips or any ready-made food.
Yes, and one point I would like to add here, however nutritious the food is, after 3 hours of its preparation, the food starts losing its nutrient value. Certain subtle chemical changes start happening in the food. You may not be able to see it with your eyesight, but definitely the subtle changes, chemical changes happen in the food, and the nutritional values of that food starts dropping down. So as a part of this program of Sushumna Garbha Sanskar, we recommend them to consume foods which are prepared, cooked. The cooked foods have to be consumed within 3 hours of its preparation.
Even Ayurveda says that after 3 hours, the nature of the food starts to become tamasic.
See, they use the words as from sattvic, it becomes rajasic, then it becomes to tamasic. That is the words they use. But in terms of the recent, that is the modern scientific terms, it's the chemical changes which are happening in the food. So the quality of the food, it diminishes.
And the bacteria starts growing. Also.
And at the same time, you should be mindful while eating and while preparing the food. So I request all the youth, whether you are a part of this program or even not also, please keep your screens
away while eating.
And also don't try to get into conversations, because sometimes when we keep speaking to each other while having food, that may lead to an argument. So the emotions which are coming out of you while having the food, now this food actually, it delivers the same emotions to you.
It can become poison.
Yes. In emotional front, it becomes poison. So for each one of us, it's not just for the youth, all of us also, it's highly recommended that we are mindful when taking the food. And always we have to eat our food, whatever food we are taking. Now you have to do it with a positive thought that this food is going to give you all the energy. This food is going to deliver you holistic health. That is complete health. So holistic health is just not physical health. See, health is physical, psychological, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being. All these together, and your thoughts also. All these six. Now, first it was five. Now they have put on 6 units into this health. So with that thought, yes, this food is going to deliver you holistic health. Is going to deliver you good energies. So you have to eat the food with that thought.